Extra Life was born. It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so the funds that Extra Lifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital.
So maybe your extra $20 or your extra $50 goes to curing 87% of children with leukemia.
62 kids like me enter a children's hospital every minute.
And I was one of those kids. You could save their life too.
Play games, heal kids.
What'd you think of Princess Mononoke?
It was a good movie. I probably won't watch again.
That's kind of fair. There is a lot going on. So, Welcome to the Watch What's. I remembered this time.
You remembered.
I remember. It took, I don't know how many months I've been stepping in for Justin, but I finally remembered that we have to actually introduce the segment.
Uh-huh.
The show where one of us picks a movie that the other one hasn't seen, and we talk about it. No, we watch it first. That kind of helps.
Yeah, Princess Mononoke. Man, it would have been nice to have watched the moving pictures.
Now, we watched the English dub version, which has there's some controversy as to which one you should watch.
Oh, there always is the sub-dub debate.
There's the sub-dub debate, but we kind of talked about it and decided that there is so much going on in a Miyazaki film. This is a Studio Ghibli, Miyazaki directed, 1997 film.
Okay.
Probably considered...
Same year that Men in Black came out.
Well, you remember how much was going on in this movie and the visuals? For reference, the Disney movie that year was Hercules. Now imagine the dissonance if you're I'm going to go see an animated movie.
Yeah.
In the theater.
That's different. I'm pretty sure that I did see Hercules in the theater.
Yeah.
Did Princess Mononoke come to theaters in our neck of the woods then?
I don't remember if it came to theaters in our neck of the woods.
Granted, we were 15. What do we know?
That's true.
I couldn't drive anywhere to see it.
But, yeah, it is probably considered one of Miyazaki's best until a few years later when Spirited Away would come out.
Mm-hmm. The one he stepped into because the original director died?
Was that how? Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure. 90% certain. I'm not fully up on my biographical history of Hayao Miyazaki.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get into it.
So, we open on a beautiful scene. This is Studio Ghibli. It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
that is not a controversial statement. It's gorgeous.
It is not.
And you see a guy riding what is a red elk.
Mm-hmm.
And he is trying to get people back to the village because something is coming. What's coming is a giant writhing mashup of flesh and boar that is considered a demon.
Okay. Yeah.
And trying to...
Look demonic.
This is... turns out to be a problem because you have an angry boar god that is, possessed by this curse. And it's going to destroy things, and it is going after the town. So our hero, I think we can easily call him that, Ashitaka, unfortunately tries to plead with the boar god and then has to kill it before it kills 3 girls.
Yep.
Who are willing to defend themselves. They are not shrieking damsels. They have pulled swords. They are going to stab this thing in the face before it kills them.
This story is straight up feminist. He kills the boar, but unfortunately he gets some of the boar's, writhing flesh, demon curse thing on his arm. He is going to die. Mm-hmm. They find out, the boar god kind of curses everybody, and the people of the village say, we're still going to try to bury you in honor. Not going to do any good.
See, the village that Ashitaka is a part of is very connected to nature, we get the feeling. Their clan was driven out of their homes by the emperor. They have traveled super far. They're kind of isolated. They are still connected to nature. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, because now that Ishitaka has this curse in his right arm, he has to leave. He is sent off with this lump of iron that they found in the body to go and try to figure out what is going on. And try to be for lack of a better term, a neutral party.
Mm-hmm.
And try to calm everything down. Maybe you'll be able to even heal your curse. So, he has to leave. Never to return. And he travels, and he tries to follow where this boar god came from.
Yep.
Eventually, he meets a monk. Well, first, he finds a group of samurai just slaughtering people.
Oh, yeah. That was a surprise.
That was a surprise. And it was...
Because everything's like all cartoony and demonic stuff. And then suddenly there's actual human limbs being lopped off.
Mm-hmm. Come to find out, Ashitaka learns in this battle while he's trying to protect some people. This demonic arm thingy gives him super strength. He can cut off shoot an arrow and lop off a dude's head with it.
That's not how bows and arrows work.
That's not how bows and arrows work.
But he's now a demon-ish, so I guess.
He's got super strength.
Yep.
He gets away. We get the feeling that not a lot of the people got away, but some do. He comes to another town, meets a monk. What was that guy's name? Jin, I believe.
Jiro or
Jiro.
Jino or... Yeah.
Jigo.
Got dude with giant birthmark on forehead.
Yeah. Jigo the monk. Or Jigo. However you pronounce it.
However we're going to go with it.
He kind of helps him out, points him in the direction of Irontown.
Mm-hmm.
Jigo will be coming back. He is kind of also a big player in this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ashitaka gets to Irontown. Strange. Big ball of iron found in a, dead, cursed demon boar god. Go to Irontown. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Little on the nose.
Little bit.
So, we get a cutscene where we see... Well, not a cutscene. We get a going away from Ashitaka scene where we see a bunch of people moving into the mountains. They're transporting rice. They're going back home. These are the people of Irontown. Mm-hmm. They're bringing supplies. They took iron somewhere. They're coming back with rice. They are attacked by wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Two slightly bigger than regular size wolves with a woman on their back and a giant, god wolf.
Oh, she big.
Oh, she very big. And she very angry, and she wants to bite, the leader, who is a woman. She wants to bite her head off. Lady Eboshi's head. Lady Eboshi is the leader of Irontown. There's a fight. There's, things getting shot. There's people getting thrown down a mountain. And the wolves retreat. The people retreat. Ashitaka, at the bottom of the mountain, finds a couple of guys that survived. They're in the river. He pulls them out. Now, remember that Ashitaka has a connection to nature. So as he's pulling these people out, and he's sitting them down there, and then he goes and he sees on the other side of the river, there's the wolves and the girl. He's asking him for help. It's like, hey, hi.
Are you the forest gods? Because...
I need some help here. They kind of shake their heads at him and leave.
I tell you, kind of a xenophobic movie, too.
The forest gods don't like the humans don't like the forest gods.
Everyone's terrified of outsiders.
Everyone's terrified of outsiders. He goes back to help these two men get back home, and who's sitting there freaking the dudes out? A little koidama, which are little forest spirits.
They're probably the most unsettling things to see in this. Their faces rotate.
Their faces and rattle.
Their faces rotate.
And they're like little naked dudes with little rotatey head thingies that rattle. they're tree spirits is probably the best that, Yeah. They're born from the trees and from nature. They lead Ashitaka and these two men to pretty much the most sacred place in the forest, which is where the forest spirit lives, the god of life and death for this forest. And they pass through. They see the forest spirit. His hand goes a little nuts, but he's able to hold on to it. And they move on through, get to Irontown. So, step one of let's figure out what's going on and try to be a neutral party. Find out what's going on in Irontown. He meets Lady Eboshi, the ruler. They're digging iron. That's how they survive.
Yep.
There's no more iron in the sand, right on the river, so they got to go into the mountain. To get to the mountain, you got to clear the trees.
Yep.
So that's what they've been doing.
Turns out that upset quite a few of the forest spirits.
Yep. So you got a whole bunch of different forest spirits. You got your ape spirits who try to plant trees, and they keep getting shot at by the people in town. You got the wolf spirits. You got the boars, who has been wiped out. The boars have already been wiped out from that forest. Mm-hmm. We're already going long, and this movie's not even half over.
We're a half hour into the movie now.
Yep.
So buckle in, because if we're going to stay in this level of detail.
I'll try to clear it up. So, Lady Eboshi, you'd think she's our villain. Well, turns out she's trying to provide a home for people. She buys prostitutes out of their contracts so that they can have a place to live and work. She's making sure that they're taken care of. She's taking in lepers and giving them places to work and live.
Quite progressive for this period.
Mm-hmm. So,
forward thinking, ruthless.
Yep.
There's no Ruth.
Her thought is, I kill the forest spirits, the forest animals just go back to being dumb animals like they should be, and we can get the iron.
Yep.
All's fine.
Yay, capitalism.
That's her plan. Well, during the night, the wolves and the wolf girl, who I'll just call her San now. Her name is San. They come and attack, and Shitaki breaks it up and leaves with her. He is shot, though. In leaving with the girl, he is shot.
Yep.
And that sucks.
Yep. Straight through the back.
Mm-hmm.
Cowards.
So, he gets the girl out. The girl's wolves munch on his face for a bit.
Well, delicious.
Until she tells him to knock it off. He's mine. She's going to kill him. Decides, crap. I probably ought to let the forest spirit, make a judgment call on this. Mm-hmm. Takes him to the forest spirit's place. Yeah, we're here again. Forest spirit decides, yeah, we're going to let this dude live, but I'm not taking away the curse. Little hesitant as to whether or not he can. Well, it can. Mm-hmm. But he does heal him. Takes him a while to recover. Wolves aren't happy about it, but they're like, fine. But if you keep coming back here, we're going to kill you. Meanwhile, a new group of boars show up. And they're told, hey, go back to your forest. Like, nah, we're going to take these guys out here. So you got the different forest spirits fighting each other. You got, the forest spirits fighting the humans. And if we go back and take a look at what's happening in the human realm, we've got humans fighting humans. You got other people. It's like, hey, Irontown's profitable. Let's, the group of samurai from earlier, let's go attack that place. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of women lepers and just dudes.
Yep.
In comes Jigo again. He's got a whole, army of, hunters with rifles. And his plan is to use what he needs. He had made a deal with Lady Eboshi earlier. It's like, hey, I'm going to give you some riflemen a long time ago. Whenever I come back, you're going to help me out. What he wants the head of the forest spirit. Because the Emperor says that's going to make me immortal, and I will give you a mountain of gold. Great. So now we get to throw more greed on top.
Yay, capitalism.
all this culminates in a battle of the 5 armies, 6 armies. How many armies?
Yeah, enough. Yeah. There's few.
So, Lady Eboshi takes all of the able-bodied men, and Jigo takes all of his able-bodied, somehow faceless dudes. You always got to worry if you don't see the guys' faces. Usually means they're the baddies. They're all covered.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying. The Geek Cave podcast is not making a current political statement regarding law enforcement officials that covering their faces.
Oh, no, I wasn't even thinking of that. I was thinking more like your stormtroopers.
Gotcha.
Nah, I was fully thinking your stormtroopers, your faceless mooks that don't have a personality. They're just there to be faceless mooks.
Yep.
He and his faceless mooks.
He and his faceless mooks.
And Lady Eboshi and her townspeople, who are not faceless mooks.
They're not.
Well, maybe the lepers, but that's because they're lepers and they need to be bandaged. So, they go out and they're setting up for their fight against the boars and the wolves. And so they're fighting over there. Meanwhile, samurai dudes looking saying, hey, all the able-bodied men are gone. That's just a bunch of, weak and sick dudes, lepers, and prostitutes. We're going to go attack Irontown and take it. So there's another fight going on there.
Yep.
Great.
Uh-huh.
Ashitaka still trying to promote peace and try to talk everyone down. Not happening.
Mm-hmm. He's not nearly so persuasive as he thinks he is. He's an outsider.
He's an outsider trying to say, hey, let's listen to each other and maybe use a little reason here. And it's not working.
It does not.
Through these battles, we get the boar god gets corrupted by, iron and turns into a demon. Mm-hmm. The wolf, god, main one gets shot and is kind of sort of corrupted. She kind of just accepts it and is going to die, but she still wants to bite the head off, Lady Eboshi. Mm-hmm. Instead, she uses the last of her abilities to protect her daughter. Mm-hmm. The wolf girl. Through all this, things are happening in Irontown. Lady Eboshi decides, nope, they can take care of themselves. We're going to cut the head off of the god of life and death, because that always goes great.
Right.
It does not go great.
It does not go great.
Yeah, it turns out when you cut the head off of the god of life and death for the forest, he get angry. And starts looking for his head and killing literally everything. Mm-hmm. San and Ishitaka finally track down Jigo and the guys who are running away with the head. They get it back to the god. Things are pretty well trashed. The forest has been killed.
Yeah.
The gods have all been killed.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of that, whenever the forest god dies, everything kind of comes back green. Even Irontown, which has been destroyed, is now covered in grass and moss and flowers. Mm-hmm. There's a small group of survivors from Irontown. They're going to rebuild with Lady Eboshi, but build a better town this time. Mm-hmm. With Ashitaka helping, we get the sense that he's going to help them kind of stay connected with nature and not go all, let's clear cut everything. Mm-hmm. San can't forgive the humans. She's going to stay in the forest.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. She does not like us.
Well, she was abandoned by her parents in fear to a wolf god when she was a baby. I probably wouldn't dig on humans much either. Mm-hmm.
So, but it's got that bittersweet hope that sometimes, Studio Ghibli ends on, that, okay, now let's do better.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how the story ends. He's going to visit her when he can. They're going to try to live in harmony moving forward. And, the forest could regrow. And, we end with a little Kodama, your little creepy dude.
Yep.
Just one.
Yep. One little creepy dude spinning his face.
Yep.
Looking at new trees growing. Mm-hmm. So.
It is 133 minutes of movie. And it is
wickedly difficult to try to narrow this thing down because, like, what is important here? Miramax did the localization for Western audiences, and good on Studio Ghibli. They had in their contract, we get final say over whether or not you cut anything, and you're not gonna. And we get final say over translation, I believe was also the second part of that.
Well, then I don't know that there can be too much, not conspiracy, the other word, about not liking it. If they got final say on the translation as it came about.
Yeah, you kind of give and take where you can.
I suppose. So, there's a lot.
It is a dense movie.
And yet it's filled with empty spaces. Where you're just looking at shit. It's like, hey, we spent hours painting this forest. Look at it.
And they literally did.
It's hand-drawn.
This is the very first one that Miyazaki allowed any type of computer stuff to be done, mostly for the writhing flesh demon stuff.
Yeah, and it's good. I mean, it's Miyazaki. The storytelling's fine. The artwork is amazing. The voice work in the English dub is reasonable. I have issue when you have when you have film actors just lending their voices and they're not using their whole bodies. It never comes out as good as if you had, say, a whole bunch of voice actors who act using just their voices doing it. Not that they did bad, just the voices came out flat to me.
Yeah, in some places it kind of felt like I'm reading a script.
And so I get that. This, to me, it feels like something important to watch for the history of Studio Ghibli, but not necessarily something that needs to be watched for entertainment. It's a well-made movie that I didn't like.
That's fair.
So it's not a see it from me, which is rare.
Well, I would have had you watch Spirited Away, but you've already seen that one.
And Spirited Away, I'm honestly fine with. Go see Spirited Away. I didn't want to dislike it. I wanted to like it. But as I'm watching, I'm just,
Well, I wasn't going to give you Grave of the Fireflies. That's a downer.
Well, sometimes that's what it takes. But anyway,
I still enjoy it, but it is not an all-the-time movie. If I want an all-the-time, Ghibli movie, it's Spirited Away, hands down. Arrietty's fun, Ponyo's fun, but...
I liked Arrietty. I think that one had much more straightforward storytelling.
Yeah. Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro is... That's another interesting, hard one in times.
I've not seen that one. I've not seen most of them, really. I've seen Arietta, Ponyo, Spirited Away, and now Princess Mononoke. So, there's more to see.
There is plenty more to see.
Do you have more to say?
I'm good. Like I said, I think it's a maybe see it once. It's not for little kids.
No.
No,
children should not watch this.
No.
It's got a PG-13. That's probably on the young age for seeing this.
Well, and it's not even so much the violence, especially in that first scene that you see the samurai just slaughtering people.
Yeah.
It's arresting. It's not something that you're going to expect to see, but also there's a creepiness factor in that writhing, computer animated flesh monster curse on top of the hand drawn.
Yeah.
It's unsettling.
Yeah, it's new.
It is.
And so they were trying to figure it out. And it kind of hit this point of being a bit creepy.
Well, it's meant to be.
It's meant to be.
So that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going back and forth.
I think it's a see it. For me, it's a at least see it once.
I would say
I understand if it's not, your thing.
For the history of it, certainly see it. Especially if you're around people who really like it, you can feed off of their enthusiasm for it. But don't just put this in to watch it. Like, when you're by yourself, you got a weekend free, you got a few hours, you're like, oh, I'm going to watch a Studio Ghibli. Pick something else. It's not that kind of... This is a watch it with friends, if we're going to use the other podcasts.
There you go.
But, yeah, I'll probably never see it again. Unless I watch the Japanese, with the subtitles to see if it changes the story.
Mm-hmm.
But... no.
All right. Well, I guess I'm done. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. You got any ideas for next time?
I'll come up with something.
All right.